Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tabletop Escapades. Last time, we left on quite a cliffhanger. Darius was confronting the party. He was slapped by Yogala's mage hand, stood up,
Twice.
and said, "Listen, you punks, you think I'm the bad guy." And he was about to reveal some of his motivations. And so before we get into the characters acting, I just want to finish that initial conversation with Darius to remind all of you, Yogala and Pomper, who now has an enlarged right arm and a shriveled left arm, are kind of staring down Darius, while Nikator and Therese are using stealth, trying to sneak around the back of the Black Rose. And we haven't quite gotten to them yet. We'll get to them in just a second. But to finish that conversation with Darius, you think I'm the bad guy. You don't know anything about my life, what I've been through. From the moment I was born, I was an outcast. My parents were brutally murdered for being dragonborn. I was taken in just so I could be sold off. In the village that I grew up, dragonborn were slaves. Every single day, I was beaten as a reminder of my own worth. One day, when my master was drunk and he turned his back to me, I picked up a rock, jumped on his back, and beat in his skull. I fled as far away as I could, stowed away on a boat, and made it to the city of Calvide. And here, in this city of gold and greed, you hear that money is the only thing that matters, that money buys you freedom. But there was no respect here. It didn't matter how hard I worked. It didn't matter what I did. People may not have been violent against me, but the way that they looked at me, everything that I did, every deal I made, they always charged me more than everyone else, simply because of who I was. My capacity to care about anyone else has been stomped out. So when the Nightingales came and I caught wind of their plan, when I learned what they were going to do, when I learned that they were going to remake the world, to take it back, I saw a chance. I saw a chance to finally force my own place. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to make that happen. I'm not going to let you smelly old wizard and you grotesque, disgusting excuse of a dragonborn get in my way.
I'm sorry for you. But just because of the past doesn't mean you can't change the future for good.
I am changing the future for good. The Nightingales have worked out a deal with me. Once this is all over, I'll rule my own city. I can populate it as I see fit. I'm going to have my own pen of humans working for me. I can do everything that they did to me and issue it back 100 times worse.
But not every human is bad.
How have you been treated?
Good and bad.
Tell me about the bad times.
They've been rough, but I'm not going to take it out on people that had nothing to do with it.
Well, I don't think that's true. My eyes in the streets, they told me about what you just did to a young Nightingale boy. snapped his arm, brutalized him.
He would have us murdered.
You could have killed him quickly and painlessly.
Hey, I
You've changed.
just because our friend Nicator likes to get a bit carried away sometimes with his blade, doesn't mean we're evil people.
If I may interrupt, I believe you said, "Where you going, buddy?" Where you going, pal?
He would have us murdered.
Let's just accept, we're both bad. Everybody's bad. You're bad now. You're a bad man.
I am bad.
Yeah. We're bad.
It's never too late to change.
Yogala, you say that you're bad. What horse do you have in this race? The Nightingales are going to win.
My
If you were to
horse is
walk-
named Zonsaim Evadara Peach.
If you were to walk into the guild right now, you would see the next step. It is a power that your magic cannot comprehend. It is a power that your strength, Dragonborn, cannot comprehend. And it will not be stopped. If you agree that you are already bad, why not just join the winning side?
We've seen dragons. We've seen them. We've seen reds and greens. We've seen them.
You've seen dragons,
Yeah.
but you haven't seen this.
I'll never join the Nightingales. Ever.
We should at
Look,
least peek at
keeping-
it. We should peek at
Look,
it.
keeping some innocent humans in a pen for your own personal pleasure is a lot different than killing off one of you evil Nightingales. It's extremely different.
I have a out-of-character question for you, Pomper. And forgive me, I just don't remember. But your family was very important to you.
Mm-hmm.
Are they still alive?
They were murdered,
Okay.
and I left.
Okay.
They weren't murdered. I think they just passed away. Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. They passed away.
Very
They passed
different.
away. They passed away. They passed away.
Passed away in a cave.
Maybe get a fact check on that.
Emperor
It's been a while.
Dread.
Retcon.
Amen.
No, we're
It's been a while.
retconning it. We're retconning it. They passed away.
They passed away.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to continue this conversation, but I want to give Nicator and Therese a chance to get in on the action, to do whatever it is going to happen. I feel like the situation is just about to blow
Yeah,
over.
we're
Stealth path. They're taking the stealth path.
trouble.
It's cool.
So, you guys are trying to, while Yogala and Pomper are sort of distracting the major threat that is right in front of you, you guys are trying to get more information, trying to do some reconnaissance, trying to get the upper hand.
Intelligence.
What is your plan and how do you act?
The idea was to sneak in the back.
Yeah.
Right, I understand
Yeah, and beyond that, I don't know.
To see what's going on. We'll see
I
what's
just wanted to probe the extent of it.
want to see
I
what's
think-
going on inside the guild. We never know what they got in there or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
You know, if the room's empty, we'll go all the way through and just stab
Maybe
Darius in
something
the
to
back.
help us fight against Darius. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something.
Okay.
We're gonna call him as we see him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Could
So-
do like a sick pincer attack. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
So work with me here. The way that I would kind of assume that this stealth would happen is that you guys would kind of go in the back alleys and try to get around out of sight using the
Yeah.
cover of the buildings and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
of that stuff to get in. So because of that, I'm just going to have you make a raw stealth check, please.
9.
Oh, that's a critical failure, man. That's a one. Woof.
I got a 9. Does that? That?
That's pretty bad too.
Nicator's like kicking over a trash bin.
Yeah, like stumble and shit.
Or maybe they just had like alarms aware of the entry points.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is what happens, and it affects your scene as well, Yogala and Pomper.
Ooh.
The scarred, imposing Nightingale woman steps out of the front door of the Black Rose, but she's accompanied by something new, a new element in this scene.
Oh.
There is a large vulture
Oh.
perched on her shoulder. There seems to be a strip of flesh hanging off of its beak, and the beak is bloodied, as if it has just eaten. The eyes of the... Go ahead.
Real quick, I just want to say that I have my familiar is above us,
Okay.
like aerial view, just so
Sure.
it doesn't seem like I'm like retconning that in later, unless it died. Whatever.
I don't think
it's a
I don't
lie. I
think
think it's a lie.
familiar.
Yeah.
That's good.
Sorry, just wanted to add that.
Yeah, so the woman steps out. The eyes of the vulture are just pure white. They're a bright, shining white. So there's something up with this vulture. And the woman comes up to Darius and she says, he senses the others. The bird will take care of it. Deal with these two however you see fit. The process is almost complete. The vulture shoots up into the sky and is heading in your general direction. The woman walks back into the Black Rose. Now, because we have Darius, Yogala, Pomper, the vulture who is aware of your presence, I think it would be best if here we roll initiative. That doesn't
Uh-oh.
necessarily mean that you're going to be attacked or that you can't pursue diplomatic options, but just to provide some general order to all of this.
That doesn't matter on initiative. That's all right.
That's plus your dex. Oh my god, what's happening?
You have more decks than me. Oh my god!
What is happening? The last
3
4 rolls have all been ones.
The tower.
And he rolled a 2!
The tower's revenge.
The tower is
Oh my
cursed.
god!
We've all just
I
rolled
got
ones. The
a whopping
chances of that
7.
are like impossible.
This is not good.
I have like a 3 total.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
No, 2 total.
Sorry,
This is a rough start.
one at a time here. Therese?
2!
Great.
3.
Pomper, wow. That's surreal.
0.
What?
All 3 of us just rolled ones.
My dex is
Yeah.
-1.
And he rolled a 1 right before that. There were 4
then he
ones in a
rolled a
row.
Have we ever had a 0?
Never.
5.
Oh my gosh.
This is
We
unprecedented.
got ambushed.
Although, on the other hand,
It makes
were ready
sense
for us.
'cause
They were ready
Nicator
for us.
kicked the trash can.
well, yeah, it makes sense.
Oh yeah, do you want to?
Yeah.
Is that why the vulture did it? Do you want me to RP or something?
Yeah, I think that is a good idea. There is something that you made an exceptionally loud noise or did something that would give away your
Alright.
presence, yeah.
Like, all right, Trace, let's sneak around right here. Follow me. I take 3 steps and I immediately run into a trash can and fall over. Oh, shit!
And I get startled and I go, ah! I go, shit! And then I cast the silent image around us, look to mask us looking like the alley, just kind of as a reflex.
There was something else I had to roll for, and I also just rolled a 1.
Dude,
What is
Ooh.
happening?
one's all day, baby.
Whoa.
We're
DM
cursed.
crit failure.
We're cursed.
Defiled chalice.
Defiled D&D.
All right. Again, this isn't necessarily you have to attack here. I want to make that clear because it is Darius's turn. And what Darius does is he's in a very relaxed state.
Yeah.
His shoulders aren't tense. He's kind of slumped over. It seems like this is just another thing for him. He has no worries. In fact, he takes out a dagger from his side belt and he starts just casually flipping it in the air, as if he's just bored and distracting himself. And he says to both of you, if you want to make this difficult, I can kill you before you have a chance to do anything else. But because we've been so successful, because I think that despite your stupidity, you could add something to this plan. I want to invite you inside. I want to show you what the Nightingales are really doing. You can take this information or not. The decision is yours.
Let's look at it. Let's look. Let's look. Let's see it.
I'll hear you out.
Okay. That's Darius's turn. That's all he does.
Okay.
It is the vulture's turn.
Ooh.
The vulture's turn.
Having a bit of fun. Bear with me. I do need to look at silent image though, in order, because I have an idea of what I want to do, but
Page 276.
The bird poops in the air.
no, not quite like that.
One recurring comment is how furious people are the way that we use silent image.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking.
As
at.
like a box of an huge invisible cube that makes
It's in the spell.
Isn't that
part
what
of the
it is?
spell.
So
No, you can do whatever you want. A 15-foot cube.
We're just gonna read the description of the
Okay,
spell to
alright.
try to be as clear as possible. You create the image of an object, a creature, or some other visible phenomenon that is no larger, than a 15-foot cube. The image appears at a spot within range and lasts for the duration. The image is purely visual. It isn't accompanied by sound, smell, or other sensory effects. You can use your action to cause the image to move to any spot within range. As the image changes location, you can alter its appearance so that its movements appear natural for the image. For example, if you create an image of a creature and move it, you can alter the image so that it appears to be walking. Physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion, because things can pass through it. The creature that uses its action to examine the image can determine that it is an illusion with a successful intelligent investigation check with your spell save DC. Okay, so with silent image, based on that description, you can use it to deceive people because it is just an image that is an exact, like, if there's a dog and you created an image of a dog, it looks exactly like that, but doesn't hold up to any other sort of check.
Right.
And so, what is your spell save DC? Because I'm going to have the vulture make an investigation
15.
check. Okay, great.
And to me, it says object or creature. So like
or visual phenomenon.
or
is
visual
really where you get
phenomenon.
to stretch
So it's
it.
like
Yeah.
So it's like if it was just object or creature, I'd be like, okay, conjuring a 15-foot cube of an alley is not an object; it's a bunch of objects. But since it says visual phenomena, then it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Phenomena.
Yeah, but also like it's not a good spell; it's a weak spell. So yeah.
Yeah, I can see where people are coming from. Honestly, though, reading the description of the spell, your idea of, like, masking yourself within the scene seems to be in line with the language of the spell to me. That's my interpretation. I don't...
Because like,
What do you
also
think?
like if we move at all within it, it would ripple.
Right.
If like we got up, if someone walked into us, they would hit us. If they
Right.
smelled us, they would. If they have true
Right.
sight, they would see us.
Right. And the thing is once they're aware of this illusion, the whole thing is gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Get that one, vulture.
That fell off the table. I'm going to re-roll.
That's a one.
Here's what the vulture does.
Vulture.
So wait, so is it a big vulture or like a regular
It's a
size?
huge vulture.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like bigger than Pomper?
Is it a medium?
This vulture looks like it wouldn't have a hard time quickly eating a halfling.
Okay.
How big's the wingspan?
Important question. Good cue.
How big is the wingspan?
Good
Yeah,
cue.
How many feet are we talking here?
Yeah.
It's very big.
Okay.
Now,
It's like 10 feet.
our characters don't need to know this, but does it have a name?
It does have a name.
Okay.
Yes.
We
It
don't
has-
need to know it.
But I feel like viewers and listeners would love to know what this thing's
Yeah,
name
this
is.
vulture
Yes.
is tight.
Eon.
It should come up
I-
naturally though.
I like the name quite a bit.
Oh,
Actually.
whoa. Okay.
Whoa, he thought of it before.
Yeah.
This thing's not going to die in this battle, is what that means.
Fly away.
It could die in this battle.
It is the nightingale.
Just because. Okay, I personally like this vulture.
It's Moof.
This vulture has quite the backstory, which
Oh
I can't but the relationship between the woman and the vulture, they're pretty inseparable. They've been through a lot together.
Great.
The name of the vulture skull.
Skull?
Yeah.
Phantom Thief?
Oh, no.
Ryuji?
No. Did not come from Persona 5.
Ryuji.
All right, anyway, so here's what the vulture does.
Who knows?
Skull.
The vulture skull gets about 10 feet away from you and is hovering in the air.
Uh-oh.
And it's looking right at you.
I say into Decatur's head, I'm like, it might have seen us, but don't move.
As it's hovering there, a black gas with a green tint seeps out of Skull's mouth.
Is this an attack?
And it starts pouring onto the ground.
Oh my god.
It's like right above us?
It's actually kind of at eye level. So it's hovering very close to the ground, kind of staring at you, and as it's hovering, this gas is coming out of it.
No.
The gas slowly starts to pool on the ground, and a thin strand of it starts moving toward your location.
I say, not good, Decatur, not good. Into your head.
All right. Next on the list, we have Nicator.
Oh, jeez. The gas is coming towards me.
The gas is coming toward you.
I'm dashing out of there.
Oh no.
Towards these clowns.
Wait, toward the front?
Let me see. We're like over here and over here.
Yeah.
On like the opposite side
We're
of
like in the
building.
Yeah.
middle of the building? Or like...
Yeah,
So,
are we
like,
behind
we're
the
like
back?
halfway
Are we
there?
on the
This
front?
is a great question. I've got you guys placed. So the Black Rose is kind of in the corner of the city, and there's no buildings attached to it. It is kind of off on its own. But from the perspective of like Yogala and Pomper, to the right, there's a small residential area, a low-income residential area to the right of the Black Rose. It's about 30 feet. This residential area begins about 30 feet away from the building's location. So, based on Darius, Yogala, and Pomper's position, you're about 45 feet away from them. So you're not all that far.
Oh, okay.
And how many more feet would we have to go to get behind the Black Rose? Roughly?
You'd have to go probably about 100 feet
Okay.
to circle around it.
So we're not quite halfway.
You're not quite halfway. You just sort of went in there.
Yeah.
He ran into a trash can.
Yeah.
Right,
The vulture
yeah.
came.
Sure.
So please let me know if you have
yeah,
any
I'm gonna-
questions.
Use cunning action. Cunning action to 2 actions.
Okay.
I'm gonna dash out, decide, and I'm gonna throw my dagger at it.
You don't
Okay.
need to dash. It's only 10 feet away. You could just move.
To the side. Oh yeah, I could do that.
Dashing is like 2 movement speeds.
Dashing takes your action.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have cunning action, so I can do 2.
Yeah.
That
So
counts
you could
as
just like move toward it and attack it twice.
Can you attack twice with cunning action?
I mean,
No.
I don't know. I'm not a. I don't know.
No.
But, dashing here is.
You can
You
use a
don't-
bonus
you don't need
action
to
each
go
of your turns
60
of combat.
feet right
This
now.
action can be used only to take dash, disengage, or hide action.
Gotcha. So
Bro,
you're
how
gonna.
many daggers you got, dude?
I had 1.
And you're using your one dagger?
But I got a sword, dude.
Okay, all right.
Come on,
So
man.
you're gonna throw your dagger at the vulture, and then you're
Yeah.
gonna use your cunning action to dash away toward the.
Yeah, is there any like cover or safety around or anything like that?
Uh,
Something I could hide behind?
well, if you're, I mean, they're out in the open. So if you're dashing to them, you're just kind of in the middle of the road.
Get off the road.
But if you, I can understand wanting to run to them and
Yeah.
just get out of the situation. It seems like that's Nicator's response right now,
Mm-hmm.
where he has no idea what's going on. He's trying to do an attack to give
Yeah.
himself some distance.
I'm
and
gonna
then run.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it and run.
Okay. Great.
Just like, oh god, and just throw my dagger out.
Nicator, if I'm remembering correctly,
Yeah.
this is the special dagger.
Yeah.
So if it hits, it will have an additional effect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack, please.
Here comes that one.
Please, big numbers.
Oh,
Oh.
here comes the one.
10?
Do 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 do.
It was a
10?
5.
Yeah, but with my deck's on there, right?
It's a finesse
Yeah.
weapon. Yeah.
We're not having great rolls.
No, today's a bad day.
Someone's in the air.
So your dagger, you throw it, It lands. It doesn't even quite reach the vulture.
Oh man. Oh.
It hits the ground and is sticking at an angle out of the ground.
Ugh.
What does the vulture do in response?
Skull.
Skull. What does skull do?
You hear it mock you.
How does it mock me?
Ooh.
Oh, you'll be my dinner later.
As you run away. As you run away frantically.
You'll be my dinner later.
All right, so Yogala and Pomper, I want you to have a reaction to this because Nicator is going to be able to reach you. You basically just said to Darius, all right, we're willing to check this out.
Quick, show us, quick. Show us quick.
So you see Nicator and you're trying to move
The
me on.
plan's botched, boys.
Okay. Popper, what is your response?
Can Nicator come too?
Oh, no.
Kill the stupid bird.
Darius says, so I see you met the bird. I can tell it to not attack the group. I can make this problem go away. But you need to bring Therese over here. We need to all be together like one big family.
Okay, where's Therese?
Did I hear this?
Yeah.
Where's Therese?
She's talking the shouts, but don't trust this guy. Killed his last family.
We're not trusting him, but he's got a thing to show us that I think is worth seeing.
Yeah, it's called a dagger as soon as you walk through the door.
No, he says it's better magics than red dragons or green dragons.
He's a liar.
He is a liar.
I still want to see.
Papa, why?
You have to hear him explain it. He's very good at explaining this magic.
Yes, I know him quite well.
Nicator, I know you feel betrayed right now.
You bet I do.
We have a history together.
We did.
We've done a lot of jobs. We've hurt people. We've stolen thousands and thousands of gold together. You were the only person, besides old Benjamin, that I had any sort of connection with. And in doing this, I knew I would betray you. But if you come inside, I think you'll begin to understand.
Oh yeah? Well, Benjamin's dead thanks to your precious nightingales.
Benjamin was sick, anyway.
What do you mean?
He'd been infected.
What?
It was a terminal disease.
Wait, how? When?
It was eating at his skin, slowly deteriorating him. He was going to die anyway.
Oh, man. Oh, Benjamin.
It explains why he was willing to part with his money so quickly and fight for us.
Pomper. Benjamin told me something. He said that you meant a lot to him. And he didn't know how to tell you that. All right, I think you should get Therese. This is enough sap.
Therese! Therese!
Yeah?
Come over here!
The jig's up.
The jig's up!
But there's this... I'm kind of stuck by this crazy bird
With
right
the
now.
gas still, like, flowing
Yeah.
towards you.
It's got some kind of freaky gas coming at me here.
Well, get out of there.
Come over here!
Darius yells as if another voice has possessed him. He speaks in a different language.
Whoa.
This is what he says. Skull! Akta!
What language is that?
What language is it?
Can I... Well, if it's Abyssal, I understand it.
It's not Abyssal.
Okay.
What languages do you understand?
Or wait, not Abyssal. I think Deep Speech.
Deep speech.
Oh, give me some of that deep speech.
I know that Deep Speech.
Oh,
While you're looking that
shout
up,
for a winner.
as soon as
Yeah, Common and Deep Speech.
Darius yells that, The gas coming from Skull's mouth stops in its tracks. It doesn't reach your location, Therese.
The gas stopped.
Then come over here, Therese.
The gas also starts as if it's slurping a noodle,
Nice.
slowly seeping back into its mouth.
This is a really weird bird. I just kind of like slide along the wall and like start moving toward them. If I'm allowed to, I don't know if we're still.
I'm gonna walk over and pick up my dagger that I threw.
Okay, Therese, are you intending to go back to the group?
I guess.
Okay.
Since they're yelling right at me.
Yeah, we're out in the open now.
All right, cool.
Damn
So
trash cans.
this is a good question. What languages do you all speak? Because you may be able to understand.
I think I speak Common and Elvish.
Okay.
Common and deep speech.
Okay.
Draconic and common.
Okay.
Only English. Or common.
It's like English, except the E's are a little different.
Pomper.
Yeah.
You recognize the language is Draconic.
Oh, nice.
It was a very simple command. It was just skull, stop, come back. That's basically what it meant. But you now know that Darius was speaking to this strange bird with the dragon tongue.
Cool.
All right. So once the gas goes back into Skull's mouth, it takes into the sky again and shoots into the Black Rose out of sight. It's just you, all of you, and Darius. It seems like we've reached some sort of accord, so we're going to end initiative. We'll do it again if somebody tries to strike or something, but
Give it
there
a
seems to
second.
be a tentative peace right now. And just to move things along, this will be better. Darius says to you, now if we're going to do this, you have to understand, you need to give me everything. All of your weapons, your staff, your spell books, your hidden knives. I know about all of it, and you need to dump it all on the ground right now.
I'd give everything because in my mind I have my big right arm. So I just throw it all on the floor. Can't take that.
As you are trying to kind of get your equipment down on the ground, it's really hard with your big right hand, and so it's like trying to zip a coat with big gloves on.
Let me help
when it
you.
goes.
Let me help you with that. Let me help you with that. Here we go. All right.
Thank you.
Just for the sake of speed, do you all agree to this?
I just put my quarterstaff down on the ground. There it is, my weapon.
Are you concealing anything else?
2 rings, yes.
Okay.
Actually, I'll do my pouch for the gold as well.
Okay. Can I have you make a deception check?
Sure. That's a 10.
Okay. Yogala? It seems Darius does not know about the rings.
Ooh.
Dude, I got a bag of holding 35.
Too.
I'm not going in here.
I begrudgingly put my weapons down.
Okay.
Ugh.
Therese, you...
No, I'll stay out here.
Therese, he's got magic in there.
And I say into your mind, I've got a bag with 35,000 gold in it. I'm not letting that go.
He's not going to touch our gold.
Oh my
He
god.
clearly does not. Darius, you don't care about gold at this point, right?
I'm not going to touch any of your
He's
stuff.
not gonna
I
touch
don't need it.
gold.
We don't need it.
Well, then let me keep it.
No, because I've been around you before. How this happens is you get inside and you get some crazy idea in your head. Okay?
I can keep a bag
No,
on me.
you can't.
Well, then I'm not going in.
Well, then you have to die.
Therese,
Okay.
you will die.
Sure.
They will kill you. It's
I've
at
never had
least
this much
worth
gold in
seeing
my
the magic.
entire life.
Darius, it's just a bag of gold. Before things get out of hand.
No, it's just a bag
Before things get out of hand here.
Is there
you
like a
know.
negotiation check? What would you even do there?
You could do a charisma check to try to charm
I'm
Darius.
trying to
There
charm
are
him.
different
Okay,
ways that you
alright.
can do this.
I want to try to charm
All right, go ahead, Huber.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
Are you-
-1
Oh wait.
charisma.
Okay, so you're trying to be like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's just a bag of gold.
Okay.
14?
You have -1 for charisma?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be 14.
I'm sorry, Pomper. I rolled a 19.
Oh, nice.
Darius says, "Listen, you little freak.
Oh.
I've played nice. I've been reasonable. You're not dead. Drop the gold. I don't care about it. You'll get it back. This'll take 10 minutes. Everything will be fine. We're not going to hurt you unless you resist. And you seem to be resisting. And my tolerance, my patience for this, growing thin."
Darius, if I'm understanding correctly,
Oh,
my options are come inside and we'll be fine as long as we leave my bag of gold and our sticks outside, or just stand in the street and you'll kill me for no reason. I don't believe that you're going to let us out of there, ever.
No, he's trying to persuade us with his magics.
I don't care about his magic.
You missed this part. There's red dragons, there's green dragons, and then there's something even better inside.
I've seen it!
What?
That shit is crawling around in my brain all the time. I don't need to see this. I know what he's got.
You don't know.
I'm not going in there. You can come out here and kill me. I'm not going in there.
Therese, this will help you understand. This will help you understand yourself and why you suffer so much.
Therese, I know it's hard.
That's a good
but
persuasion check right there.
Just stay close to me, Therese. It'll be fine. Come on.
Get under my big arm.
Things go down. I'll be the first one throwing a punch.
Kyle is right. That is a good persuasion check. That is,
Yeah.
he is using information about your past to try to coerce you to inside.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and make a check. Okay. 14.
And you roll against it?
Yes.
Okay. What am I using? Or is it just raw?
No.
Ooh.
The way that I'm not I admittedly don't know if this is the correct way of doing this, but the way that I've done it is using intelligence. So basically they're trying to use their words to manipulate you and
persuasion is charisma.
Yes, it is charisma. But you're not you're using the way that I have it in my head is you're using
I see
your
what you're
reasoning
Yeah.
to rebuff.
Sure. Then I got a 19.
Okay. You don't nope. You don't feel good about this at all. You can
Yeah.
RP that, justify it however you want, but it is not convincing to you.
I take a step forward toward him.
Oh?
And I say, and I take my dagger and I take my staff and I put them on the ground
Good, Therese.
and I say, Darius, you are a fool if you think these weapons matter. Like, I don't need them to do what I would do to you anyway. I'm keeping this bag with me. I'll leave these here, or I don't go inside. If it's that important to you. I don't care what you have in there. I would stay here.
I love your lust for gold now.
I mean, I was
great.
raised on the street. I've never had money in my entire life.
It's like we're rubbing off on her.
Yeah. Therese, look, I put my gold on the floor.
You've got, like, nothing compared to what I have.
I have 549 gold.
I just lean over to you and open the bag of holding.
Yeah, I know. Therese, yeah, your gold is nice.
Yeah.
Let's
Therese.
just leave it.
Therese, don't you want to know
No.
more about our enemies?
I know they're bad, and we should kill them. That's what I know.
That seems pretty short-sighted. Let's see their motivations.
You'll
Let's
see
see
it.
what's driving
You'll
them.
come out and tell me.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can Therese stay outside?
Can I stay outside?
Yeah, I think it's time that Skull got some exercise anyway.
Oh
Please keep him entertained.
Okay.
god, you're gonna have to fight Skull.
Tracy, sure about that?
Positive.
Skull
All right.
kind of
Be out as fast as
Slowly.
you can.
in a sign of intimidation, doesn't fly out of the Black Rose door, but walks out.
A walking vulture.
It waddles out. It is perched on the top step. It's looking directly at you, Therese. And it goes,
My raven comes and lands on my shoulder.
it's bird showdown. It
And I'm
goes,
just like this.
all right. So Darius motions to the rest of you with his hand to follow him into the Black Rose.
I pick my dagger and my staff back up.
Sure. Do you come inside?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Therese, you sure you're all right?
I'll be fine. Just hurry.
All right, I go.
Okay. You ascend the steps of the Black Rose, Nicator, your Gala, Pomper. You step inside, and all of a sudden, you feel a weight. Like the entire atmosphere around you is putting pressure on your shoulders. You feel heavier, slow. Something isn't right. And of course something isn't right, because you see people whose names you didn't necessarily gather, just people that you saw before in the Black Rose. Just people down on their luck that were using it as a place of rest, other thieves.
Do I not recognize any of them?
They're not important members of the Black Rose, and you've been gone for a while, so you don't, with a quick scan of the room, you don't see any immediately familiar faces. That's not to say that they aren't there.
I just shake my head in disapproval at all of them as we're walking.
Okay, well, they're
Did
all...
Janine run back into the Black Rose, or we never knew what happened to her?
So, something is going on with Janine.
Oh, okay.
You don't know what it is.
All right.
Okay,
I just didn't know where she ended up.
right.
How many people, roughly?
I would say there's probably about 15 people, but they're all in this position. They're all laying on the ground, backs against the ground, staring straight up. Their arms are folded over their chests.
Oh, no.
They're breathing?
They are breathing,
Okay.
but much like Skull, their eyes are white.
Nope.
Their mouths are agape. There are 3 hooded figures. If you remember back to the city of Heavensburg, you saw these hooded figures floating above the trolls, casting balls of flame.
I think only one of us saw them, and he's
Oh.
dead.
Oh,
The audience saw them. The
Oh,
audience saw them.
yeah. All
This
right.
is for the audience at home.
recognized law.
I forgot
saw
that
these
Pomper
characters.
wasn't law. Okay.
Pomper forgets sometimes too.
So none of you would know who these
No.
people are. Okay.
But they are important. We know that.
That
yeah.
is a good correction. Thank you, Kyle. Yeah, they are warlocks. They're Nightingale warlocks. But for your information, they are hooded figures. What they are doing, there's 4 of them, is all 4 of these hooded figures, they're in the silver and purple robes, the colors of the Nightingales. Their arms are folded inside their robes, and they are kneeling down on the ground. Coming from their mouth, and this is a little gross, is a red, syrupy liquid.
Whoa.
There's a stream coming from their mouth and going inside one of the members of the Black Rose mouth. So there's 4 of them doing this at different spots.
Yikes.
Oh, Darius, what's this?
One other tiny little detail that I want to give you that I do think is important.
Yeah.
The armored woman with the scarred face is sort of in the center of this scene, just overseeing it. Doesn't say anything as you walk in.
Darius, what's it?
Yeah, what the hell is this?
These people,
Yeah. What are you doing to them?
we're changing them.
What? Into what? What do you mean?
Is this the magic? The dragons have better magic than this.
Do they?
Yeah.
All of these people that you see, in 3 days' time, they will shoot up in the sky. They will be reborn as red dragons.
Whoa.
This is us repopulating their ranks.
You go, man. This is making me nervous.
Did you force these people to do this?
Would you believe me if I told you no?
Yeah. I would, actually.
Yeah.
Our methods are harsh, But these people that you see, they have no life here. Some of them were about to be evicted from Calvide. Some of them were wanted for past crimes. They were all hiding out. Me, the Black Rose, I was just curating a group that willingly wanted a better life, that wanted more power, that wanted to take control. So everybody you see here, they willingly let us put them in this near-death state so that they could have a better life.
Why don't you want to be a dragon?
Oh, I do.
What?
I do want to be a dragon. For I've felt the power of the red dragons. They have magic that has never been written in any book, on any scroll, that can't even be comprehended by our minds. I want that. I don't want anyone to ever look down on me once again. And once I've done my job, I will join their ranks too.
Where are we in like a basement, a cellar, or is there like wood walls,
So
stone walls? How far are we underground?
you're not underground. The
Okay.
Black Rose is above ground.
Yeah, we're upstairs.
You're in the entranceway of the Black Rose.
Okay.
And the reason why they chose this entranceway is because it's kind of an open area. In the back is the mess hall where there are benches where people go to eat.
Yeah.
To the left of that, there's the bath. To the right of the mess hall, there's the lodging area. And then in the back far left corner, that's like Darius's office and that sort of thing. And then immediately to the right of you, that's where they gave the armor and that sort of stuff. And so you're just sort of in this open entryway.
Okay.
So the floor underneath you, it's a wooden floor. It's a big wooden floor, and then the walls are made of stone, if that is relevant to you and what you want to do.
So this ritual is just slowly going on in front of us?
Yes, so you are sort of mid-process right now.
So, Darius, do they keep their conscience
They do.
conscious when they move on?
They do. When they come back, they will have all
Not
the
mindless beasts?
They're not mindless beasts. They have their own free will. The only thing that they've agreed to is our way of life. They see us as liberation.
As you can tell by my friend over here, we also know the green dragons. We know them.
What have you heard about the Green Dragons?
Conflicting reports.
One time I looked into this water basin and I saw them mistreating the red dragons. In this water basin, I saw them hurting the red dragons. But there was also a really nice old guy. And there was also a red dragon once that tried to eat me. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then I killed him.
Yeah, you gotta kill the red dragon.
I killed a red dragon once.
The Green Dragons are trying to come back as well. They're
Yeah.
trying to stop us.
We know, yeah.
And while they did indeed save many of the races, they are the ones responsible for the persecution of the Dragonborn. Our war with them, the things that they've done to Dragonborn, their lot in life, the fact that there are so few of them, so many of them are rounded up and killed, the fact that so many of them are branded, is because of how the Green Dragons saw us.
Well, to be fair, Dragonborn are also hideous creatures.
Here you go.
It's a factor. I'm just saying it's part of it, right? You can't completely blame the green dragons.
Darius doesn't say anything, but he gets really close to your face. He's staring you down. He opens his mouth just a bit. His warm breath hits your cheek. And his long, thin, lizard-like tongue comes out of his mouth.
Oh my god.
and licks your cheek.
I'm gonna try to grab his tongue.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Not aggressively, but I'm just gonna.
I thought you were like gonna try to rip out his tongue.
no.
or
Which
something.
hand, man? Which hand?
My big hand.
That's aggressive.
That's gonna rip his face off.
That's
I
aggressive.
want to like hold it.
Oh.
So you're not trying to like yank it.
No,
You're just
no,
like,
no.
Just like, cut it out.
Don't lick
Yeah.
my friend.
Don't lick my friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad that
Yeah.
I understand this. Can I just have you make a dexterity check? I will say this: your hand being so big.
Grabbing just like a tiny little lizard tongue, dude.
You're just gonna accidentally hit Yogala.
Punch your collar.
12 dexterity.
Okay. I was gonna do something, but I don't think we need to. 12 dexterity. Okay. You are successful. You grab the tongue.
Whoa.
Darius is slightly taken aback by this. He doesn't yank his head back, but it jumps just a bit. What do you say? The moment is yours.
Please give my friend some space. And I let go of his tongue.
His tongue slowly slithers back into his mouth. Pomper, I don't understand you.
You don't understand a lot of things.
What don't I understand?
Me and Yogala just like went,
I'm sure you've had a hard life. But life is hard. For most of us. There are bad humans. There are bad dragonborns. But don't you want to change that? Don't you want to make the world a better place? Not by force, not by weird, dark rituals. These are my friends. And they're human. And an elf.
great speech, Bob.
Pomper, that was certainly inspirational. But your comrade that you put so much faith in, every chance he's gotten, he's insulted me. He just called me a disgusting creature. Seems to be a little bit against what you're saying.
Yeah, but deep down, Yogala is a great person.
Is that true, Yogala?
I know you're a good person.
I'm not. Papa, I'm not.
No.
We seem to be at an impasse here.
Darius, why don't you just join us?
Join you.
Come to our side.
What
There
would
are
that-
so few of us left.
Pomper, what would
Shouldn't
that
we-
fix? Let's say I join you and we have some merry adventures. And then a few weeks later, these dragon come to life. They destroy everything. You're not going to be able to stop them.
With you, maybe we can.
And the green dragons.
The green dragons?
Yeah, you don't understand. We're playing both sides.
Where are these green dragons?
They're Pompous friends.
If you make a deception check.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 6.
Can I show him my part of my green skin?
You can definitely
suppose,
use that
dude.
to
Yeah.
try to convince
What,
them.
your
Yeah,
like
yeah.
baby arm?
Yeah.
Your baby arm.
Check out the power of the green dragons.
I've been touched by the green dragons. They've come to me. I've spoken to them.
There's nothing that you can do to stop these red dragons.
Darius, you're being used. When the red dragons get power, they're just going to cast you aside.
Darius looks down at the ground. He seems to be deep in thought. There's a silence in the Black Rose. All you hear, for a moment, is just the red liquid pouring into the willing mouths of the Black Rose members. But then, this is what you hear. Footsteps, heavy. Metal, clanging against metal. The nightingale The armored woman walks forward. She puts her hand on Darius's shoulder. It says, I knew they were wrong about you. She grabs his neck. Appears to be choking him out in front of you.
Because he was having doubts?
I punch her in the face.
Yes.
I love this. Totally letting that happen. I just,
Okay.
there was one more thing that I wanted to say, that she says that I wanted to provide you.
Okay.
She says, no time for doubts. You punch her in the face.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Get off them!
Can I have like one RP moment when he's getting
Absolutely.
checked in the killer's mind? He's happy to see Darius getting choked out.
Okay.
Hoping he'll probably die.
Okay.
I know that face.
Will Pomper's punch hit the Nightingale woman?
Or will it miss and hit poor Yogala?
How will this situation resolve itself?
Yeah, my accuracy is probably going to be a little sketchy.
Big arm you've never used before?
How will Teresa's showdown with Skull resolve itself?
It's gonna be fine.
Find out next time on Tabletop Escapades.